Play you something from Ngozi Adichie.
It paints all of us in a very, very bad light, and for all kinds of reasons. And so it worries me very much. It worries me very much. You know, Igbo land has changed. People now have their wine carriers in Lagos and in Abuja. Not because that's their preference, but because they're terrified of coming back.
What do you think are the triggers for all the atrocious things we are seeing around us?
Do you know, honestly, I've thought about this very often, and people will say life is hard. But life has been hard for many years, and Igbo people did not do this kind of thing. I think that there is a lot that maybe one can blame political activity for. You know, I think that if you incite certain things politically, in some ways you can open a box and something sort of leaps out that you can't put back in the box. Right? But I don't think that I know for sure. You had mass killings of people. Right? And those people were Christians, and they were mostly Igbo. Igbo is an ethnic group, and that's my ethnic group. And so that really is sort of the basis for the war, because after the killings, that first started in the 1940s, there were some in the 1950s, and then in the 1960s. We don't know how many people were killed. There are some people who say that there were up to 30,000. And I think the story might have ended there, if not for the fact that Nigeria's oil happens to be in the area that was Biafra. And the oil had just only been discovered. And so Nigeria said, no, you're not going, because we want the oil.
Guys, if you're looking for, with all due respect, I'm not trying to trivialize, what people went through, because, people went through stuff and it was terrible. But if you're trying to understand why, that first interview I played, if you want to understand why that's happening, it's because of this second interview. If you are raised to believe propaganda and you grow up regurgitating the same, it will be very easy for you to raise people who may not have whatever it is that cautions you, or who are exposed to that same propaganda, but without that thing that inhibits you from doing certain things. They don't have such inhibition, so they can do anything they want to do. Therefore, if you don't understand that there's a direct correlation between what people are going through right now with the things that she said about the war, then you really are not ready to look at the problems of the Southeast.